About 75 to 80% of the homes in the La Crosse area were built before 1978.
That means those homes have a very good chance of containing lead-based paint. News 8's Pauline Lee joins us live in the studio with a closer look at the risk that poses, especially to children.
Well, depending on the amount of exposure, health officials say it can take a child anywhere from a year to maybe 4 years to recover from lead poisoning. On average, La Crosse County public health nurses, that is, makes home visits to children with lead poisoning 6 to 7 times a year. And if a home is not properly maintained, it could cause some pretty harmful damage, especially in children. It's something that comes standard on every home. But La Crosse County Environmental Health Manager Jim Steinhoff says windows on older homes may be a health hazard to young children.
Every time that window opens and closes, lead paint dust ends up on the windowsill. Kids often like to come over and look out the window, and just the hand-to-mouth activity that many young kids have, that's how they're being exposed to lead paint dust.
Steinhoff says up until it was banned, lead-based paint was a popular choice for homes built before 1978. He says exposure to paint dust from windows can cause behavioral issues, affect a child's IQ, and has been linked to attention deficit disorder.
Lifetime costs can be immeasurable if the child is not able to learn properly.
But it's not just chipped paint from the windowsills. It's painted steps.
Every time you walk on a painted surface, you're generating dust every time you set foot on it.
And doorways.
If we had a door here shutting, it would be crushing that paint and creating the dust for the child.
He says the best way to make sure your family is safe is to wash these areas once a week.
That will greatly reduce the dust, which affects children more.
He also says to replace the windows and paint if you can afford it, and keeping up with maintenance can help too.
There's plenty of homes in La Crosse that are old, but they've been maintained for their whole life, and those homes really don't pose a hazard.
Steinhoff says lead could even be found in types of wood varnishes and mini blinds. The CDC recently issued new standards to treat children when they have had lead poisoning at 5 micrograms instead of 10. Steinhoff says lead exposure to 5 micrograms could be as easy as opening and shutting a window.
All right, thanks a lot, Pauline. Families are urged to get their children tested as early as possible. They can do so through their private health care provider or through the county health department. We'll have all of that information posted on our website at news8000.com.